It's knockout week on MasterChef The Professionals. After 4 weeks of intense competition, only the 13 most talented chefs remain.
This has blown me away.
Tonight, they cook off against each other for the first time.
As the crucible of MasterChef gets hotter and hotter, as the talent gets higher and higher, the competition is so fierce now.
I think about this competition every second of every day. When I'm at work, when I'm in the shower, I'm like, actually I could do that, or I could do that, and it's constant.
Right now it's just like build-up of anxiety inside. It's knives, there's flame, there's fire, there's so much things happening, so anything could go wrong.
These chefs have got to step out from the crowd and start to shine.
We are about to crank the pressure one more notch. Nobody wants to leave the competition.
Chefs, welcome back to the MasterChef kitchen and welcome to Knockout Week. You are our top 13. One of you in this kitchen will be our champion.
This challenge is about you thinking on your feet. Through those doors are all the ingredients you could possibly need to create one sublime dish that will keep you in this competition.
Chefs, there's a lot at stake. When we've tasted all your dishes, we will choose the top 8. And the remaining 5 chefs will stay in the kitchen to cook again. And at the end of it, 3 of you will be leaving the competition. 1 hour, 30 minutes to create one spectacular plate of food. Off you go. Our chefs have got complete free reign of the MasterChef larder, an abundance of ingredients to choose from.
Hard to sort of narrow down when you've got so many ingredients in front of you. Hopefully something will come to me quite quickly.
We want to see creativity, ambition and flair.
I'm feeling good. I was a bit lost when they opened the ladder, but I think I'm finding my way.
God, it would be lovely to get into the top 8. I would just be so relieved to not have to cook again.
Currently a sous chef in a Michelin-starred kitchen, 27-year-old Anthony has wowed the judges and critics alike with dishes inspired by his Italian roots.
You can never really prepare for where your mind's going to go and where the ingredients are going to take you and where the inspiration is going to come from. And so I think I just need to trust my own instincts to hopefully deliver to a high standard.
Anthony, how are you feeling?
You know, initially, it did take a little bit more thinking time than I would have liked. I mean, as you see fish, your mind starts going. You see birds, mind starts going. But the pictures slowly sort of started to develop in my mind, and I'm happy with where I'm headed now.
Anthony's going for a classical style. He's got quail, which he's going to roast gently on the bone, making sure that the skin is nicely coloured. You don't want any of the meat to dry out. There's 0 fat on a quail.
He's going to confit the legs, he's going to do a little fried egg to go on it. He's using the bones as part of his quail sauce as well. Lovely to see all the different parts of the quail being used.
He's making bone marrow puree with turnips. Bone marrow going to give it a real sense of luxuriousness. How much do you not want to cook again?
Cooking again is, you know, pure and simple. It means today you weren't good enough, and that's not something that I'm willing to accept.
23-year-old ex-pro golfer and demi-chef de partie, Polly, has been at her best when she cooks dishes inspired by her childhood memories.
Seeing all the other chefs, I think they should be nervous of me, you know? I'm the youngest one in there. Now my confidence is growing so much. So now I'm thinking, you know, if I can get this far, I can get the whole way.
Polly, tell us what your dish is.
I've got sea bass, which I'm going to poach in a lemongrass, garlic, chilli-infused clarified butter. And then I have some mussels with a coconut, turmeric, lemongrass sauce.
Is this kind of a work in progress?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why have you gone sort of Asian for this dish?
I'm really trying to, like, give it some bam-bam-boom, you know what I mean?
Bam-bam-boom.
Yeah.
Polly's using sea bass, which she says she's going to poach in a lemongrass butter, which has to be just below simmering point. Anything hotter than that, you'll find the fish will shrink up and get tough.
It needs to have amazing sauce, the lemongrass flavours coming through, a little bit of spice in there too, and it's going to have to all work together.
Private Chef Sal won his place in Knockout Week with elegant and delicious dishes inspired by his Guatemalan homeland.
What I want to show the judges is that I still have more stuff under my sleeve and try to prove that I can do more than just what I have been doing.
Sal is making a duck breast glazed with maple syrup. We've got carrot puree, crispy chard, maple glazed yellow carrots, and a duck sauce to go with it.
Maple syrup works great with duck. But you don't want too much of it, you still want to taste it, and it will give it great colour and a lovely sweetness.
Sal is making a duck sauce. I like that he's taking the duck fat that's been rendered down and he's whisking that in to enrich that sauce. Sal, quite a change from the food of Guatemala. Why this?
My girlfriend is Canadian. Maple syrup that is from Canada. Dogs go very well with anything sweet. So that's why I decided to go for the dog. I think they kind of marry well together.
Chefs, 30 minutes have gone. 1 hour left. OK, let's go.
Head chef Mario has shone in the competition, cooking food inspired by growing up in southern Spain.
It's amazing to be able to show Andalusian cooking on MasterChef. Even though I've been here for 11 years, I've been in Spanish for 38.
So I'm gonna be doing pigeon. When I was a kid, I used to shoot a lot of pigeon from my grandma's house.
Really?
Yeah. So that's my memory, like being in my grandma's house with my family eating pigeon.
What is the dish?
I'm gonna cook the pigeon on the carcass.
Yes.
And then with the legs, I'm gonna do like a pate.
Oh.
And then I'm gonna stuff it, hopefully, into a profiterole.
No way. Never had that.
Hopefully you have it for first time today.
I do love the sound of this pigeon leg, the profiterole, so that when you bite into it, you can taste the strong pigeon flavour that we're going to be looking for.
I only did it for like 2 times before the profiteroles, but today was about taking risks, so I did it, and they're looking nice, like they're brown and shiny like me.
Pigeon on the crown, wonderful. Hopefully basted with a lot of butter, some herbs, some garlic. I am genuinely excited.
Based in Manchester but born in India, senior sous chef Dhananjay's globally influenced and flavour-packed dishes earned him a place in the final 13.
I definitely say my cooking style is different because it's derived from my experiences in life, my travels, my history, my heritage, my background. So that's unique. Nobody else has that.
Dhananjay, what are you doing?
Chef, I'm doing rasam, that's South Indian tomato-based broth, a very light broth, but very flavorful, along with some root vegetables, some greens, and some seafood.
Is this originally a seafood dish, or have you adjusted that to it?
I've adjusted it because traditionally when we eat rasam, it is sort of a finisher with all components you have left. You add it with the rice and you finish up everything so that you don't waste anything on your plate. But I'm using vermicelli instead of the rice.
So you're really switching it up?
Yes, chef.
Dhananjay is making a dish that's been inspired by rasam, which is a tomato broth. Really important that all the seafood that Dhananjay puts into this dish are beautifully cooked and also clean. And the rasam tomato broth has got spices through it. That has got to have lots of flavour.
New Zealand-born junior sous chef Patrick came to London to work in fine dining kitchens and is impressed with classic techniques and standout sauces.
The stress is still high, to be fair. I think the only time you feel this kind of empty stomach and stuff is doing like a speech when you're 12 years old in front of the whole school.
So, Patrick, you like that whole kind of cooking on the fly kind of thing, using your own
Yeah.
wits.
I mean, in a different environment, I love it, but here it's definitely a bit more of a scary place. You just kind of have to pick something and stick with it, is what I found, is just...
And you saw the quail?
I saw the quails immediately.
There's a lot of skill on show here from Patrick. He's boned out his quail. He's filling it with duck leg farce, which is minced duck leg. He's added some seasoning, some herbs. And then he's sewn them back up again. So basically, he's sort of brought the quail back to its original shape. Now it's going to be about the cookery. The colouring of the quail on the outside, and then you've got this duck farce that has to be cooked all of the way through. You don't want it to be raw in the centre.
Chefs, you are now halfway through.
Brazilian-born private chef Caroline has blown the judges away with technique and ambition in her classic dishes.
I'm going in with all the energy I have, really try to enjoy it. Because I think even though it's a competition, when you're having fun, when you're in your zone, is when you deliver your best, really.
Caroline, so what have you gone for? It looks like a dessert.
So I'll be doing a tart. The filling will be salted caramel chocolate mousse with hazelnuts and raspberries, vanilla ice cream as well.
Deliver an amazing dessert. We'll see you in the next round.
See you.
Good luck.
Thanks, Chef.
Caroline's got to make the pastry for her tart cases and bake them off. She then needs to cool that before adding her mousse. She's made salted caramel, and then she's folding that into her chocolate mousse. We want to taste the salt caramel through this. Otherwise, it's going to be a really bitter, dense chocolate.
Gastropub head chef Ismail has excelled cooking big, bold flavors, influenced by his Bangladeshi heritage.
I'm doing something very simple, but packed with a lot of flavor. So I'm doing pan-fried trout with prawn and spiced curry sauce with some herb salsa. And I'll add some cubed potato.
So you're drawing inspiration from home?
That's correct, but mixing UK and Bangladesh together.
Ismail has given us a pan-fried trout. He's making a prawn curry sauce, so cooking the heads of the prawns down, infusing it with lots of spices. It's a sauce as opposed to an actual curry dish we're having here.
This sauce is gonna tie the whole dish together. It's gonna be nice and creamy and a bit of spicy as well.
An hour and a half to cook a great curry sauce is not an easy thing to do. He's put himself under a huge amount of pressure to hit some really big notes.
Georgia, a junior sous chef, has won praise with complex dishes inspired by her childhood in France and time spent working in Italy.
Georgia, what have you gone for?
I've gone for a frangipane tart with a raspberry jam inside and a vanilla and rhubarb ripple ice cream.
Pastry is I would say, a lot of chefs' Achilles' heel.
I really enjoy pastry, and I was memorising a load of recipes last night, so it was straight there, and I thought, let's go for it.
This is going to be about lovely short pastry. Frangipane has got to be light and fluffy and aerated. You want a lovely punch of almond and, of course, a homemade raspberry jam just sitting underneath. She's memorised all of her recipes. I hope they're correct, because if they're not, she's in deep, deep water.
Head chef and father of four, Luke, won his place showcasing bold flavors in precise and technical dishes.
Luke has chosen sea bass and is also choosing to make gnocchi-style dumpling and a dashi consomme. Sea bass, pan-fried. Basically, just cook it on one side, turn it over and take it out of the pan. It's a matter of minutes to get the cooking just right.
Dashi consomme. The consomme has to be beautiful and clear, and it has to whack a punch of flavour.
When we lightly whip the egg whites, add some minced meat. It sort of floats to the top, and it catches all the fats and impurities, and underneath should be a crystal clear stock with a lot of flavour.
Gnocchi dumplings, you don't want them chewy, you don't want them tough. They want to be able to take on some of that consomme flavour. Luke, you've got 4 kids. How are you managing it all?
Barely, to be honest. Every bit of free time I've got is creating recipes, practicing on top of that work and home life. It's very much a hard juggling act at the moment.
Busy household.
Yeah.
Italian-born chef patron Gemma has stood out in the competition delivering creative and delicious plant-based cuisine.
Being plant-based chef is a different way of creating a dish. I'm not too worried, but still, I don't want to go home. I'm not ready to go home. I would like to be in the 8th. I don't have to cook again. So I've chosen aubergines. My mother is Italian, and she makes aubergine with the tomato, garlic, while my mother-in-law, she's Spanish, so she scoops all the inside and then make a base for a bechamel. So I'm gonna serve today two aubergine cooked in a different way.
That's risky.
I know.
Not for you.
For the mamas.
For the mamas.
Gemma, 2 types of aubergine. One where it's been baked and it has like a tomato fondue, which is going over the top with some chopped parsley. The other version, the aubergine's been scraped out, it's been cooked separately and then folded through a plant-based bechamel mix.
Aubergine is quite a bland, bitter style flavour, but when you're introducing a bechamel sauce, garlic, herbs, olive oil, seasoning, it can come to life.
Chefs, you want some good news? 30 minutes left.
Oui.
A private chef in Manchester, 39-year-old Gareth caught the judges' attention cooking modern British classics.
I had a very different plan before I went into larder than what I came out with. So think on your feet, adapt and survive. I've gone to do pastry. It's definitely not my strongest setting, this.
Okay.
But I'm doing a plum and frangipan tart.
Right.
Which was something that my grandmother used to make.
I love that story. However, the thing that's kind of startling me is that you're saying this isn't your strongest point.
I thought the chefs in the room would be doing savoury, and I want to try and stand out.
We've got 2 frangipan tarts in the kitchen today. Gareth is using the plums that he found in the larder, and he's going to be serving this with a custard. There is nowhere you can hide with this dish. It's either right or wrong.
I am behind.
What's happened?
I haven't blind baked my pastry quick enough.
We've got 20 minutes.
Yes, chef.
Is it cooked now, or is it still cooking?
They are seconds away from coming out, and then the frangipan going in.
And then back in there?
Yes,
Okay.
chef. So that's going to take 15, 20.
Okay. Wow. Literally
I'm to
out
the
and on
wire.
the plate.
Dublin-born chef patron Mark runs his own American barbecue business in Margate and secured his place cooking big flavoured, rustic dishes inspired by the USA.
I definitely want to take some risks, definitely want to push myself, definitely want to get myself out of the comfort zone, but I don't want to be experimenting on the judges. This is not the time to use them as lab rats.
So today I'm going to be cooking you a prawn and dulse seaweed agnolotti. I'm also doing some razor clams, and then I've made fresh ricotta, and I'm going to use the whey from that ricotta to make a butter and sea lettuce sauce.
Interesting. Different for you.
Yeah, well, I wanted to come in and I wanted to make sure that I'm showing different aspects of my cooking and that I'm more than just a two-dimensional sort of one-stop shop chef.
Prawn and dulse agnolotti. Now that sounds divine. He's taken the prawns to make a filling and he's blitzed it up with some of the dulse.
The thickness of the pasta is key. It can't be too thick, can't be too thin. There's a filling going inside it, so it's got to hold that filling.
Fresh ricotta, full-fat milk with some citrus to split it. It's beautiful.
Mark is drawing off the whey, which he's going to make a sauce with too. So you don't see that often in the MasterChef kitchen, but I love the ambition.
How's it all looking?
Not quite cooked enough.
Okay, we've still got 12 minutes.
12.
Roughly there.
Oh, dear.
Oh, look at that. Yum.
How's it going, Tommy?
It's nice and clear how I wanted it.
Yeah?
Chefs, you've got 10 minutes left.
Nearly there. Feeling the pressure now, definitely.
They don't look good, do they? My tarts have spilled over and it looks like there's too much fat. I don't know if I've miscalculated something.
Caroline, you're pushing it a little bit far.
Yeah.
Your pastry's just come out of the oven.
Yes.
And you've got cold mousse going in there.
Yes, chef. I need to plate, chef. I have no choice.
Dhananjay, you've got nothing on your plate. You've got 2 minutes to go. You are taking it to the wire.
Yes, chef.
Careful, careful, careful.
Chefs, you got seconds to go. Get it on the plate now.
Right, that's it. Chef, stop cooking. Your time is up. Stand back.
Anthony, come on up.
First up is sous chef Anthony. He chose quail and is serving it roasted with confit quail legs, a turnip and bone marrow puree, pickled vegetables, fried quail egg, and a quail, tarragon, and whole grain mustard sauce.
Anthony, the breast meat itself, you can see it's still slightly pink, wonderfully cooked and rested. You've used every bone, every trimming in this really amazing sauce. It is creamy, it is rich, it is delicious.
I love the way you took the legs off. You've confited those. Absolutely delicious. I like the use of the little quail's egg. Melts into the sauce. Turnip puree is very, very good. With the bone marrow, you've managed to inject a real kind of depth of flavour.
I think this is great. I think your presentation's sharp. I think you've balanced flavours beautifully. Well done.
Thank you very much. That's the biggest relief, to be honest, for that one. The idea didn't come instantly, so to come out of there with some positive feedback is a really big thing, you know.
Demi-chef de partie Polly based her dish around sea bass, poaching it in lemongrass-infused butter, served with mussels, courgette balls, courgette puree, and a coconut lemongrass and turmeric sauce.
Polly, the fish is beautifully cooked. I love the fact that you poached it in butter, but the sauce for me is very heavy on the turmeric. It tastes like the spices haven't been cooked out enough.
Polly, I like the presentation of your dish. I do not like the bloodline of the fish being left on. And at this level of the competition, eye is on the detail.
I think the courgette puree, it's flat, it's bland. You looked a little bit unsure in what you were doing, and I think that's really come through into your plate.
It's so annoying when you got so much to show and so much to give, and then you go in there and you do something like that. I'll be sharpening my knives for later, I think.
Private Chef Sel is serving duck breast in a maple syrup glaze, with carrot puree, maple syrup glazed yellow carrots, plums, and duck sauce.
Your duck is beautifully cooked, lovely, well rested, fabulous. Your carrot puree, excellent, smooth, touch of vinegar in there, I like that.
Thank you.
The duck breast is really nice. There's only a hint of the maple syrup over the top, and I prefer it that way. The sauce, rich with the fat, I like the sauce. And then we have carrot. It's got a sweetness to it, which I quite like.
It's very well made. Everything here is well put together.
I think it's enough. They said it was actually great cookery, so I'm happy with that.
Head chef Mario chose to roast wood pigeon and serve it with a pigeon leg pate profiterole, braised endive, salt-baked beetroot, celeriac and pine nut puree, pickled carrot, and pigeon jus.
I have had so many bad wood pigeon dishes in my career, I can't tell you. It's very rare I get a wood pigeon cooked that good. You've done a great job with this pigeon. The one thing I was really looking forward to is your profiterole, and it's fabulous.
Thank you, chef.
The choux pastry, the filling, there's like a rustic country pate. I really like that. This is the only third time you've made them. So I think I was more relieved than you that they have worked.
The endive is nice. The puree, pine nut and celeriac is quite punchy, it's quite strong, sits well with a pigeon. I think you've done well.
I feel great, I think. For something that I've done just like on the spot, I'm pretty proud.
Senior sous chef Dhananjay's dish is inspired by rasam, a South Indian spiced tomato broth, poured over vermicelli noodles, mussels, prawns, chorizo, and vegetables.
Dhananjay, the rasam broth, there's heat in there with the spice. It still sits on the tongue and a hint of tomato running through that. I quite like that. But I think once that's been poured onto this dish, everything else, it's just lost in it. All I have is the spices.
I think the seafood is cooked beautifully. It's not that refined, but what I'm getting is a comforting, warming bowl of spicy seafood broth.
Your vermicelli doesn't really grab hold of anything. That's bland. Your broth has got spice, but it lacks body. For me, it's just not hitting the mark, unfortunately.
I just feel sad because it carries that sentimental value as a dish to me, so them not liking it just hurts a little extra, I feel.
Junior sous chef Patrick is serving quail stuffed with a duck leg farce, caramelized endive and carrots, and a quail and sherry vinegar sauce.
Oh.
There's always going to be a risk with a dish like this. The quail itself at the bottom isn't cooked, and the farce isn't cooked either. And the sauce is big and bold, but it's a little bit too big, bold and strong for a quail dish.
I mean, it's unfortunate mine is pretty raw. You wanted to show your skills, it just didn't quite come off today.
Patrick, not a good day to go wrong in this kitchen.
Disappointed. Comes down to executing it right, and I haven't, so it is what it is.
Head chef Ismail has made pan-fried sea trout in a Bangladeshi-inspired prawn curry sauce with braised leeks, cubed potatoes, and a herb and chili salsa.
Ismail, you've cooked the trout beautifully. It's nice and pink in the middle. The prawn curry sauce, punchy, it's rich. As a whole, this is a very good dish. Well done.
The sauce, as expected, full of spices, bit of warmth, bit of heat through that. You know, but I know that you can deliver that. I want more. You cannot afford to keep it safe.
It's a good tasting dish, but I'm really now looking for wow factor. This is knockout week, and I want bells and whistles.
Got mixed reaction, but I think maybe they're right. I did play too safe, and I think that might cost me.
Head chef Luke's dish is pan-fried sea bass with miso-glazed gnocchi, a miso-glazed onion, pickled fennel, and a dashi consommé.
Luke, I think the level of ambition is very high. You made a consommé, which takes a lot of time, a lot of skill. You got a great clarification on that. I like the meatiness of it, and I love the miso taste to it.
Your fish is nicely cooked, but I'm not enjoying the gnocchi because it just feels soggy in the consommé.
The gnocchi, for me, it's more a dumpling in this broth. It will soak that up, and I do quite like that. But I'm not getting the hit of the dashi that I'm expecting, very mouthful.
I'm not feeling like really confident that I'm not going to have to cook again. It's like really put me in a position where I'm like, I haven't got a clue. I don't know.
Chef Patron Gemma's dish is aubergine 2 ways. Her Italian mother's baked aubergine with tomato fondue, and her Spanish mother-in-law's aubergine in plant-based bechamel with mushrooms and parsley crumb, served with a bread roll and baked cherry tomatoes, topped with a basil pesto.
Gemma, I kind of feel like I've been to a buffet and I've taken a couple of aubergines and a bread roll. For this kitchen and this level of cooking, it's not really lining up for me.
This aubergine with bechamel, I love it. The mushrooms I can taste, and a lovely little crumb on top. The other aubergine, it's undercooked. It lacks salt, it lacks pepper, it lacks garlic, it lacks detail. I'm enjoying Spain, but I'm not enjoying Italy at the moment.
This is how your mother-in-law makes it. This is how your mum makes it. It is then down to you to elevate it, make it into something that's going to blow us away. That's what's missing for me.
I could have done better. Just very sad that I didn't make justice to my mother's cuisine, because the ones she made are amazing.
Chef Patron Mark has made prawn and pickled dulse seaweed agnolotti, served with homemade ricotta, green beans, pickled mange tout, and a ricotta whey and sea lettuce butter sauce, and a side of razor clam in prawn head oil emulsion with anchovies and breadcrumbs.
Mark, I think this is a wonderful little dish. I can taste the prawn in the agnolotti. I love the seaweed injection in there. That's giving you that whole kind of seafood vibe. It's very light, it's delicate.
The little razor clam, it's a tiny little dinky thing with so much flavour. That oil's got a heat to it. I love that.
The ricotta, I love the natural element of it. I love the bravery of doing that under the pressure that you're under here today. Great flavours, Mark. Really good.
I was trying to bring a whole new set of techniques and really push myself. Absolute dream feedback. I couldn't have asked for better, really.
Private Chef Caroline chose to make a dessert and is serving a salted caramel chocolate mousse tart topped with toasted hazelnuts and fresh raspberries with vanilla ice cream.
Caroline, the pastry is beautifully cooked, nice and golden. It's got a crisp crunch to it. But what is missing is that salt caramel flavour to cut through the dense chocolate mousse.
The mousse, you were touch and go there for time. It's got a lovely soft texture, but the caramel and the salt, the two things that I'm really searching for, and I'm not finding them. Vanilla ice cream is very good. It's incredibly smooth.
What I've got is very nice. I've got a nice chocolate tart with some raspberries. It's just lacking something.
I think this was not my finest challenge, but it's okay. Nothing else I can do now, so just wait.
Junior sous chef Georgia is serving an almond and raspberry frangipane tart with a raspberry, white chocolate and mixed nut crumb, and a vanilla and rhubarb ripple ice cream.
So, Georgia, I've got to ask you, what happened to those beautiful little tarts?
I realised that I didn't put eggs in the frangipane.
Oh, kind of a key ingredient.
Yep.
Okay.
Georgia, I'm really disappointed. The texture is all wrong. It has sort of boiled over, and we have more like a frangipane cookie.
Doesn't look good, doesn't taste great, but I think the ice cream is fabulous with the rhubarb running through it. Love that.
For me, it's eating really nicely, but it does look too rough and ready and not to the level of this MasterChef kitchen.
I thought that the texture looked a bit strange compared to usual. I think it could have been a pretty good dish if I just hadn't made a stupid mistake. It's so annoying.
Finally, it's Private Chef Gareth, who has also made a frangipane tart. His is made with a plum compote and served with brandy custard.
Gareth, your pastry making is great. Your frangipane is delicious. Custard is knockout. It's not too thick. It's got a really lovely flavour of the brandy in it. You've really boozed it up. It's great.
The filling of the plum, it's fantastic. It's not overly sweet, but keep your eye on the time. I think you're very lucky you got away with that. Just.
Thank you.
I love this. This is a masterclass in doing the simple things well. Well done.
Thank you. I mean, I was to the wire, but they still thought it was delicious. I think that was a good day.
A huge day in the MasterChef kitchen today.
Ultimately, we got some very good dishes.
Our 8 best chefs are going straight through, but 5 will have to cook again. Did you have a standout chef from today?
I think I'd say Mark. It was inventive, creative, great flavours.
I think it's one of the most refined dishes from Mark. He deserves to go through.
Another chef today we really liked was Anthony, with the quail, the confit legs. All in all, it was a really accomplished dish.
Yes, delicious.
I think Mario, I love the pigeon cookery. Profiterole, I thought it was great.
I think Gareth is another chef that did very well.
Really, really delicious little frangipane tart. Beautifully done.
He deserves to go through.
Sel is a very talented chef. He gave us a nicely cooked duck.
I have to say, I thought that this was a plate of food that really did tick the boxes.
There were also chefs that struggled with today's test, and we know they have to cook again.
Patrick, his quail was well undercooked.
Georgia made French patty tart. Fortunately, forgot the eggs. It wasn't right.
Polly's butter poached bass. There was too much turmeric in that sauce. She left the bloodline on the bass.
Great inspiration for Gemma's aubergine dishes, but overall, it was just too basic. She has to cook again.
So that leaves us with Dhananjay, Caroline, Luke, Ismail.
Which one of these chefs needs to prove themselves one more time?
Chefs, honestly, we can see how much this means to you and how much it matters. We thank you for all your hard work and efforts.
5 of you will have to cook again. We have made a decision.
No chefs cooking again are Patrick, Georgia, Polly, Gemma. And that leaves one final chef that we would like to see cook again. And that chef is Dhananjay.
All right, you 8 going straight through. Congratulations. We will see you in the next round. Have a well-earned break.
Oh, man. Amazing.
Well done, everyone.
Go team.
Final 10.
Congratulations.
Final 10.
Who's excited for a beer?
Yeah.
By a show of hands, who's excited for
Chefs, we know you're disheartened, but try to put that last cook behind you now. You need to dig deep, dust yourselves off, and give us the best that you've got.
We want you to cook one incredible dish that will keep you in this competition. We are giving you the leftover ingredients in our larder. But if you made a savoury course in the last cook-off, we want you to cook us a dessert. And if you made us a dessert, we want you to make us a savoury dish. At the end of this, 3 of you will be leaving. You have 1 hour and 30 minutes to secure your place. Good luck, chefs, and off you go.
I was expecting to be in the cook-off after my big mistake. But I've got one more chance, so I'm just gonna have to give it everything I've got and try and smash it.
Pastry's not my most comfortable section in the kitchen, so having a look around, I'm just trying to figure out just those fundamental recipes kind of every chef knows.
Defeated, but I'm still standing, so until it's over, I'm still in the game.
Gemma, how are you feeling now that you're in the kitchen again?
I had to keep the tears because I feel I disappoint everybody in the room, my mother, you, and everybody. So I'm trying to make it up with my mom with this dish, making a dessert that my mother would love. It's a ginger chocolate cake and a tonka bean mousse that I'm gonna put on the side with an orange and ginger gel, ginger cream.
How difficult do you find desserts without eggs and dairy?
It's not my best skill, but I have a lot of training as a pastry chef, so I think I can put it together.
Gemma is making a plant-based dessert, and it's a ginger chocolate carrot cake. nice and light and fluffy, and of course the flavours of ginger singing through. It's going to be down to her to really make this come to life, because cake, at the end of the day, is cake.
Tonka bean mousse. Tonka bean is a big vanilla-like flavour, and I don't mind it, but if it's too much, it can really overpower a dessert.
So the dish that I am preparing today is a chai tea panna cotta. So I've got some cardamom, I've got some star anise and cinnamon, that's it. So the panna cotta is going to be milk that's flavored with these spices and masala chai. These are very mild flavors, they go very well with tea.
Dan and Jay is making a chai panna cotta, and I want to taste the chai tea running through it. Dan and Jay is not setting his panna cotta in a bowl, he's setting it in a ring. So he's got to make sure the setting is perfect before the mold comes off.
We've also got macerated raspberries with a little flavour of lavender. Lavender is a beautiful flower and will complement the raspberries perfectly.
We've got cardamom chantilly cream and a sweetness of date that's running with the nut crumb. I really like the sound of this.
These flavours sound delicious. Why a dish based around tea?
To be very honest, tea is a big part of Indian households. And my wife and my dad, like the two most important people in my life right now, love tea. It's just me telling them that, yeah, I appreciate that you like tea, so I'm making this dessert for them, maybe.
It's a bit like every Briton has a cup of tea in a crisis. Maybe this is your crisis, this is your tea.
Yeah, my crisis, it's my tea.
I did a lot of pastry in my old work. Haven't done it in a while, but yeah, hopefully it all comes back to us, you know.
Polly, what are you doing?
So I saw rhubarbs in the larder. I grew up with rhubarb, so I'm going to do a dessert kind of based on Mum's rhubarb pies, that type of thing. It's a pistachio frangipane tart with rhubarb compote and then creme patissier. So it's kind of a play on like rhubarb and custard.
Polly is making a pistachio frangipane. Frangipane seems to be the dessert of the moment.
I love the use of pistachio in a frangipane instead of the almonds because it also gives it a wonderful green colour.
She's also got a pastry that's got pistachio running through it. And then just on top of it, you can have that lovely creme patissier that's almost like a custard, rich and delicious, with that lovely rhubarb that's tart just sitting underneath.
Chefs, you are now halfway.
Patrick, you seem slightly flustered. What's wrong?
I'm very flustered. I was just a bad start, you know, everything boiling over, trying to get too much going at once. So it's time to just slow down, focus on what I'm doing.
So, what are you cooking?
I'm making a chocolate tart with salted caramel, hazelnut praline, and an olive oil ice cream.
Nice.
So I'm doing like a chocolate mousse inside the tart, which will be a bit lighter on the milkier side, and then a cremo on top of that to garnish, which will be dark chocolate. Hopefully, these different skills and these different techniques are enough to impress you.
Patrick is making a chocolate pastry. It's going to make sure it's nice and thin and even when he rolls it out, and then beautifully cooked before that mousse mixture goes in.
Right, Patrick, what's happened?
I'm just rushing, not flour my bench, and it's all
keeps sticking.
Yeah.
The chocolate mousse filling needs to be aerated, rich and big in flavour. Caramel making as well is important that he gets the temperature right, the colour right. He's also got to make an anglaise for his olive oil ice cream. So a lot of processes to get through. Half an hour to go.
Wait.
Ice cream, is it in the machine?
It's in the machine. Just,
when did that go in?
5 minutes ago. It's just the tart cases that I'm a little bit worried about now, so I'm going to get them out the freezer.
That's just pastries just rolled out in the freezer?
Yes.
It's not even in the oven yet?
No.
You're cutting it fine?
I am, chef.
So, Georgia, you are cooking the only savoury dish.
Yes. I'm going to do tortelli pasta. So I'm making homemade ricotta to go inside with a little bit of feta, lots of herbs, parmesan. Then I'm planning on doing like a courgette and pine nut pesto and roasted tomatoes, all the sort of flavours from Italy that I love.
You've spent many years working in Italy. Is this kind of second nature?
Yeah, I'd say it's what I'm comfortable with, because I am feeling a bit nervous with 3 of us leaving.
OK, so that's settling the nerves somewhat.
Yes.
Georgia's making a filled pasta dish. She's making her own ricotta, bit of lemon juice into full-fat milk. And once they're split, you want to let it strain through. All the little pasta shapes need to be uniform. Georgia is very confident in pasta making, so we have high expectations.
They're not the best I've ever made, because my hands are shaking so much. Quite fiddly with shaky hands.
Chefs, you're on your last 15 minutes to keep yourselves in this competition.
Oh, I'm sweating. I'm running.
I've just pulled them out from the blast chiller, so I'm hoping they're set.
Look, it's not gone the way I wanted to today. Got off to a rocky start and just haven't really been able to climb myself out of it, but we'll get something on a plate.
Oh! Did you just miss the chopping board?
Yes.
Chefs, you have just 3 minutes remaining. Oh, boy.
I feel for you, but just try your best, all right?
Yeah, I know. Look, it is what it is.
Right, chefs, you got 30 seconds.
My hands are shaking.
That's it. Stop cooking. Step back from your benches.
Georgia, come on up.
First up, junior sous chef Georgia has made a savoury dish of tortelli pasta filled with homemade ricotta, feta, and herbs, with courgette pesto, yellow courgettes, roasted cherry tomatoes, parmesan crisps, and a parmesan cream.
Your tortelli parcels, they're all uniform, all perfectly made. The filling of the ricotta, it's smooth, delightful. Even the detail of the tomatoes, which you've oven baked as you would get in Italy. Well done for coming back with great determination to deliver a good plate of food.
Thank you.
I love this little pesto that's got courgette base to it. It's quite nice not to have just your classic pesto, but also the little dots of courgettes that are around the plate. It's sort of like that Mediterranean dish that's just all dancing. This is really good.
I'm particularly loving the Parmesan cream. It's setting my mouth on fire, you know? It's packed full of Parmesan. It's rich. This is a very kind of light, summery dish, but it's not lacking in any depth or flavour at all.
I'm so relieved. I feel quite emotional, to be honest with you, and that's what I wanted to show, that I'm so much better than what I did in the previous cook.
Chef Patron Gemma's plant-based dessert is a chocolate and ginger cake topped with a ginger and orange sauce, with tonka bean tofu mousse, orange gel, and a nut crumb.
I do love the ginger cake. It's soft. I think it's got a lovely texture. It's really moist. But this cream that you put over the top, it doesn't look great. It's not got a great finish to it. You don't need the crumb on the side. It brings nothing to the dish. There are bits just sort of like been thrown together, and there are things that do not need to be on the plate.
The mousse, it's creamy and it's got the hint of the tonka, but it's also quite neutral flavour there. There's just not a lot that I'm getting out of it. What I do appreciate is the sharp orange gel on the side there, but I wouldn't say it's a dessert that is blowing me away.
I don't think presentation is your strong point, but putting together a plant-based dessert is no mean feat. So well done, you.
I think everything tasted good by itself. It just didn't come together. Another day that disappointed my mother. It's okay. My mother's gonna be very proud.
Senior sous chef Denanjay has made a chai tea panna cotta topped with cardamom chantilly cream, lavender and herb tea macerated raspberries, and ginger tweels, with a date and nut crumb.
You've got really big flavour of the tea running through there. For me, you're on the verge of just tipping over a little bit too far, too strong. It becomes slightly bitter. The raspberry sounded really interesting, but I'm not getting herb, I'm not getting lavender, I'm just getting the raspberry.
I'm really impressed with the way you've captured the flavour of the tea, and I don't mind the bitterness, and the setting of it is just right. The cream, it's got cardamom on it, but I'm not a big fan of it because I think there's too much cream for the amount of panna cotta.
The crumb, I think the dates work beautifully with this. Overall, I very happily eat this.
Thank you very much. It's a lot of feelings right now, and I'm just trying to calm down. It's quite a mixed bag in my hand, and I'm not sure what to weigh out of it.
Demi-chef de partie Polly has made a rhubarb compote and pistachio frangipane tart, topped with crème pâtissière and poached rhubarb, along with orange liqueur chantilly cream and an almond crumb.
It's great that when you cut into it, you can see the layers. The pastry, it's beautifully made. It's just breaking away. The filling of the pistachio instead of the almonds, I really like pistachios, so this works for me.
Polly, all the elements are very good. I've got a nice rhubarb taste coming through there, but the crème pat doesn't really work for me. I think it's too cloying. It's just not blowing me away.
I think it's a great effort. The rhubarb and custard element that you brought into it, I actually really like. I love the crème pâtissier with it because I'm a big fan of it. And I find sometimes a frangipane tart can be a bit boring. You've made this really exciting. I think it's really good.
Thank you. It was a bit mixed, but everything that I put on the plate was, you know, well made, and they loved the flavours.
Finally, it's junior sous chef Patrick, who has made a salted caramel and chocolate mousse tart, topped with a dark chocolate cremeux and berries, and olive oil ice cream served as a sauce.
I am amazed that we have a dessert in front of us.
Yeah, I was just happy to get something up in the end.
I know you had an issue when the tart's coming out, and I saw the tart break, and you kind of patched it up, and you garnished it and hid it. But the caramel was delicious. You got the bitterness in the cremeux. This is really tasty.
You rolled that pastry out about 3 or 4 times, pushed it back together, and stretched the gluten in it, and you've turned it into a biscuit. So it's firm. And it sort of works because your mousse is incredibly soft. You've got away with one here.
On my tart, the caramel was sort of running out of the bottom. This olive oil sauce doesn't work, and I wouldn't serve that. It doesn't taste of anything. But the tart tastes better than it looks.
Thank you, Chef. That was a chaotic wee cook there. I just wish I'd got all the elements on the plate that I'd like to have and, you know, had tarts that weren't leaking caramel.
That was a lot. A lot of emotions, a lot of passion, a lot of people in this kitchen wanting to stay desperately.
Well done, guys.
We've done what we could.
It's not easy to say goodbye to 3 out of 5.
Georgia, I thought, really picked herself up. I was very impressed.
Good pasta making, love the flavours of the cheese, the herbs. It was Italy on a plate.
Georgia truly deserves to go through to the next round.
I agree.
We've got 1 more place left.
So Gemma came back into this kitchen. It takes a lot of skill to create a plant-based dessert.
I like the cake, I like the ginger element of it, I like the texture of it. Certainly didn't like the cream on the top. And the tonka bean mousse just wasn't great.
Patrick, for me, doesn't work well under pressure.
As delicious as the tart was, we can't ignore the fact that the 2 out of 3 were broken and the ice cream didn't work.
I liked Polly's dessert. Pastry was well made.
I really liked the pistachio instead of the almonds there.
Big fan of the crème pâtissière. I really enjoyed that. And the rhubarb just brought that little tartiness to it that it needed.
For me, it lacked a certain kind of pizzazz, I suppose. It was a nice tart.
Dan and Jay's dessert, not a fan of the chai tea. It wasn't working for me.
I quite liked the bitterness of the tea there, but I didn't like the cream, sadly, because there was too much of it.
But overall, as a dish, I thought it was far better than the dish she did earlier.
If I was to leave the competition at this stage, definitely it's going to be quite heartbreaking. It's a lot of determination, a lot of hard work put together to come this far.
I really threw everything I had at it today. Yeah, I just hope they see that, really.
I didn't know that would mean so much. But I'm very proud.
That was so tough to cook again. You had to pull out all the stops, and I don't think I did, but we'll have to, yeah, wait and see.
Chefs, we did say at the beginning that we would lose 3 of you. We have made a decision. The first chef going through to join the others is Georgia. Congratulations, Georgia. Well done.
Thank you.
And the second chef going through to the next round is Polly. Polly, congratulations.
Thank you.
Well done.
Gemma, Dhananjay, Patrick, we asked you to come back here fighting, and you really did. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys.
It's hard leaving this kitchen, especially under those circumstances where you know you could have done better. But look, happy with how far I've come and what I've achieved.
It's been a big, big roller coaster. Finally, the ride is stopping now. But yeah, it's a great journey.
I'm feeling all right, I have to say. I feel that a big weight over my shoulder just dropped, and now I can focus on improving what I had to improve, and yeah, keep cooking, because that's what I do.
Chefs, congratulations. You complete our final 10.
Jesus. It's been a day and a half, isn't it? The stress and the pressure and the ups and the downs. And yeah, the result was great.
I've got a lot more to show, and I feel like I've got a lot more determination now to do it. And I'm really looking forward to the next challenge. If you can get through this, you can get through anything.
Next time, Knockout Week continues and the contestants are being split into 2 groups. The first 5 will compete outside the MasterChef kitchen for the first time.
Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up.
Oh.
Before returning to fight for their place in the semi-finals.
I think we've got away with it, just.
I'm enjoying this.